Welcome everyone to another channel update. This is for April 2016, and we're basically just going to talk about things on the channel and how things are looking for the future for this month and months afterwards as I see it right now. First, let's talk about the Crash Test series. I am done with this season, so to speak, of Crash Test. Really what this amounted to was I had a lot of games built up that I wanted to do a first impressions video of, but I hadn't yet taken the time to do it. And so March was a really good time to go to that large group of games that I had backlogged and do first impressions on them. And it went well. I really liked it. The problem with it was I discovered I think I did 8 episodes. And I originally had planned on having like 12 to 16. I had about 20 games backlogged, but so many of them were so bad, like it wasn't worth my time doing a video for. So what you saw were the ones that I actually felt like I could do something with and say something about. The only one I released that wasn't that way was Villagers, and I regret posting that video. I mean, it was funny, but it was only funny because I was frustrated with the game, and that's not what I want it to be. Like, I would rather take my time and effort and spend it on games that are worth showing, like even Life in Bunker. Life in Bunker I didn't think too highly of, but it's a game that a lot of people were talking about. So it's a good game to get my opinion out there because that game had a lot of publicity, whether good or bad. But anyway, so Crash Test in the future will just be a one-off. If I get a key for a game and I want to show it to you, or if I buy a game, usually these are games that the developers have given me keys for. But if I have a game that I want to show you and it's pretty new, especially if it's an indie game, I'll do a crash test video for it if it fits the bill. So there will be more crash tests, but they won't be in a big chunk like this group was. And by the way, just to kind of give you a synopsis of the games that I covered in this crash test series, the 2 games you need to pay most attention to is Crosscode, which is a retro 2D action RPG. Really, really, really cool. It's a really neat hybrid of like melee and ranged comp. It's really unique. Go check it out. That's Crosscode. And then Turmoil, which is a fun, relaxing oil tycoon game. Really, really fun. Both of those games, check them out. So you might be asking yourself, Kyle, what's happening with Sunday and Thursday? Well, glad you asked. It's pretty simple, really. We're not going to put anything in those slots. In fact, the slots, as they have been occurring, are going to cease to exist. I've been working a very rigid, tight schedule of Sunday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Saturday for 3 different games. I'm scrapping that for a little while for a number of reasons, which we'll get to in a second. But basically what's going to happen is videos will come out as I make them. And that'll start next week. So if I play Minecraft, you're going to see Minecraft. If I play Dragon Age, you're going to see Dragon Age. FTL will go as planned, hopefully weekly, assuming I have time. And yeah, the cool thing about this is you will see the videos sooner after I record them. Unfortunately, you won't know for sure when they're coming out. I will let you know via Twitter and my precaps if I can. But even then, I might record the game one night and release it the next day. But like I said, the cool thing about this is the time between me recording it and you seeing it is much faster. The turnaround is much faster. And so that's a really good thing because it helps me know what you're talking about and it helps me get faster interaction with you for the next episode. So I think it's going to be a good thing. But now let's talk about why I'm doing this. The first reason I'm doing it is simple: time. Time has just been a little bit short lately. We'll talk more about why on reason number 4, but time's just been short lately. Whether the kids are just having trouble going to sleep, Brielle is waking up in the middle of the night, and it's just not, time has not been on my side lately, so I'm going to prepare for that trend to continue. Speaking of Brielle waking up in the middle of the night, I need a little bit more sleep. So by allowing myself by giving myself a more flexible schedule, I'm allowing myself to not feel like I have to record this now or it's not going to be posted next week. If a video doesn't get posted, it's just, that's just the way it's going to be. And that's okay. There will still be content. If there's not daily content, something's drastically wrong with me. And another reason is, and it kind of goes along in those same lines, is that it's going to be less stress. Like, not that I stress out over my schedule, but it's more freeing to know that if I don't feel like recording tonight, there's no pressure for me to meet a schedule. And it's a pressure that I'm giving to myself, so it's a pressure that I can relieve myself from. And finally, going back to the issue of time, one of the reasons I'm going to start having less time is that my wife and I are going to we have started a vlogging channel. So if you're interested in checking that out, there'll be a link down in the description below, or if you just want to search the YouTubes for Meet the Blaines, you'll find our vlogging channel. If you're interested in that sort of thing, it's basically our adventures in parenting and trying to be responsible adults and stuff like that. You know, there's funny stuff in there and all sorts of stuff. So if you're interested in that, please go subscribe to that channel and you'll see more of me there. So now the question is, what's coming up in the future? Well, I've had a real itch to play Skyrim lately, and I'm going to make that happen. When Dragon Age is over, which I would guess, I may be totally off on this, but I'm going to guess I have 30 episodes left, maybe 40, 30 or 40, maybe somewhere in there. So the end is nigh. The end is just around the corner. I mean, if I put out 3 videos a week, that's 10 weeks away. That's within the next few months. So when Dragon Age is finished, I'm going to start a Skyrim series. It's going to be heavily modded. Mostly mods that give more items and armor and weapons and stuff like that, because I love loot. And that's one thing I didn't like about Skyrim was, like, the list of the available loot you had was just, well, not only was it not a very big list, but it was a linear list. Like, you definitely want to go from this one to this one to this one to this one to this one. Like, once you reach this point, there's no side grades. And with these weapons mods, hopefully it's going to be an idea of, oh, this sword has higher this, but this sword has higher this, you know, that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing a Skyrim series. It's going to be lightly role-played, so to speak. And so we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm also in the process of recording Undertale. I'm only about 4 or 5 episodes in right now. And I'm recording it all before I release the first video. And the reason for that is for me to avoid spoilers and for me to hopefully ward off any of the pleasant fanboys who might have snide remarks about I just know Undertale has a really, really peculiar fan base. And if I happen to attract any of them, I want to be able to tell them, look, you're entitled to your opinion, but you need to understand, I have already finished the game and I've played it the way that I want to play it, which is my thing with Undertale. Is I like the game, but I feel like too many people don't appreciate it for what it really is supposed to be. Because I hear people talk about it and they're like, oh, well, you should do this because it does this, and you should do this because it does this, and oh, I'm going to do a passive playthrough. Oh, I'm going to do an aggressive playthrough. And I'm like, isn't the point of the game for you to play it the way you just naturally want to play it? Aren't you ruining the game by thinking too hard about it? Maybe I'm crazy. That's just the way I interpret the game. And so before we end, I just want to cover a few other things. First of all, if you're not a part of our Discord server, I'd love for you to join it. We basically just chat. It's text chat. If you don't know what Discord is, it's basically a text and voice chat program that's on mobile and it's on desktop, and it's great. And we're playing games together on Friday nights, and we're using the voice chat on Discord. And it's just fun. It's a neat way for you to interact with me during the week. So if you're interested in joining the Discord chat, leave a comment below and I'll send you a link to join. And also, this might seem a little bit silly, but I really love it if you play Clash Royale, or maybe if you don't, you should. If you play Clash Royale, which is a mobile game, it's a game by the people who made Clash of Clans, which I hate that game. But Clash Royale is awesome. If you're not playing it, or if you are playing it and you don't have a clan, we've got a clan. I've got a clan. Just search for Kyle Blaine Plays. No spaces, just Kyle Blaine Plays. I'd love it if you'd join our clan. I think it'd be really cool if we can play together. And it's neat because we can not only fight, but we can help each other out trading cards and stuff like that. So that'll do it for this April update. Sorry I didn't have any sort of prank lined up for April Fool's Day, but you know, it's not really my thing. Last year I did a Neopets video, and it kind of backfired because people started commenting on the video like I actually was doing a Neopets Let's Play. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and we will see you guys next month with another channel update. Adios. Goodbye.